Praise be Jesus Christ. I'm calling this video What Went Wrong. I just spent 72 hours in my treehouse. I finished last night, and so I'm back this morning to pack a few things up. But I want to tell you what went wrong because I'm challenging the young men to spend 3 days alone in the wilderness, and I don't want to give guys the impression as if, oh, it's just so easy. I mean, I don't want to be too idealistic about the reality of how hard it is to spend 72 hours alone in the wilderness. And so I'm going to take you up to the treehouse. It's a little messy, it's embarrassing, but we'll go up there and then I'll share with you just some of the challenges I had. Okay, let's go. The bugs are pretty bad this morning. They weren't too bad during my 72 hours, thanks be to God. I'm 11 feet up, and this is, let me show you the beautiful view. I don't know if you can see the river. That's the river down there. That was my little cooking area. Very messy, I love it. And this is how I was set up. Now you're probably surprised to see a tent. This cabin, it's about 10 by 10. But you're probably surprised to see a little tent in here. And anyone who's spent time in the wilderness in Canada during the month of June knows why there's a tent in here. That's for the bugs. Simple reason, I sleep under a tent zipped up because I don't want to use a coil to poison all the mosquitoes because I have to breathe that myself. It's not good for you. So very common, guys, just put in a tent. But the only problem is it takes up almost all the room. And so the place, it's not finished yet. Obviously, I'd love to insulate it and get one of those little mini wood stoves for the winter. Let me hear, I'm going to stand up on this chair. Let's do a bit of a bird's eye view. So the next time I'm here, I really hope I don't need to use a tent. That'll give me so much more room in here. Okay, now I want to tell you about what went wrong. I want to be clear, I had a wonderful time during my 72 hours. It was a blast. The reason I'm highlighting what went wrong is it would be so easy for me to talk about the fact that I caught fish every day, was able to cook fish every day, lots of wild strawberries, put them in my cereal in the morning, did other foraging, had a wonderful time. The thing is if I just talk about how wonderful it is and don't mention the challenges, I'm kind of not being fully honest, and I'm challenging young guys to get out into the wilderness and be alone. And I want to tell you up front, it's not easy. It's challenging. Okay, so these are the three main things that went wrong. First of all, I wasn't well prepared in terms of packing. I packed inefficiently. I forgot some items. I brought items I totally didn't need or already had up here. I brought some things in ridiculous quantities. Like I just grabbed a big thing of shampoo that had about that much in the bottom, and just a couple things like that where it's just ridiculous. So that was, and because of that, the experience of packing wasn't fun. The experience of unpacking when I got here wasn't fun. The experience of packing up again to leave and then unpacking, miserable. So what I did is on my second last day up here, I came up with a checklist for camping, which every camper has to do at one point, and now I'm just gonna keep improving it. So the next time I do this, which I am gonna do this again, and I can't wait, I'm gonna be working off of a packing list. It's gonna be so much better, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, the second thing that went wrong was I was out of practice in terms of a lot of my camp skills. So just the routines, you know, you go get some water, you make the fire, when you're done your meal, you put the water right on, you do your dishes, you dry them out. I'm used to doing that, but it's been a while. It's been, years since I've practiced some of these camp skills. And it takes time to get the camp routine, the camp skills down. And that kind of made it challenging to just at the beginning being a little kind of disorganized, inefficient. Okay, and the third thing, because my packing wasn't the best. My third day, I had trouble maintaining what I call recollection. I came here to love God. I came here to enjoy his heavenly peace, to delight in God the Father. That's the reason I go to Solitude, to be with my Father in heaven and to just enjoy his presence and the peace that comes from that. I enjoyed that the first day. I enjoyed that the second day. But the third day, I knew I had to pack up. 8:20 p.m. was my finish time. And most of the day, I was just kind of, worrying about packing and thinking about how I was going to pack. And it took away my recollection. I had trouble, being in the presence of God and enjoying his presence. So I only had really 2 good days of recollection. The last day was just kind of more of, okay, get down to business, think about packing up, frustrated that I'm so disorganized and all of that type of thing. So I know I'm kind of going on a long time, but I just wanted to give an honest report of my first 72 hours. Maybe I'll do some more videos, tell you about some of the awesome and wonderful things. But now that I've done my 72 hours, Solitude. See, I didn't do any video because the whole point of the 72-hour challenge is no technology. So I wasn't making any videos. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. But I do want to do a second one now where I do take you along with me and we just kind of go through the whole thing so that you can see kind of some of the details of spending 3 days alone in solitude. So God willing, that will happen. My scripture for you is Sirach chapter 2. My child, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for an ordeal. And I want to highlight, my child, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself. If you want to spend time with the Lord in solitude, you need to prepare yourself. The better prepared you are, the more enjoyable it'll be. But the flip side is don't be afraid to get out there and fail. I believe in failure. When I talk about what went wrong, I don't say that with regret. In life, you got to be willing to just try something, get out there, do it. And that's how you learn. That's how you get better. Okay, that's it. Viva Cristo Re.